So Street Scenes it's a community project. We gather together with often a little table and some entertainments on the streets of London. We've been doing it for about 5 years now, all around London. A lot of our friends live in Hackney, so we do this kind of thing in East London. We have a lot of fun. We meet people, we interact with the public, we hang out for ourselves. We're strong believers in public space, public life, and we believe there's a dearth of that, and that it could be used in a different way, that, you could walk down the street and find yourself with a friendly bunch of characters who would possibly otherwise be in a pub or just at home, and instead interact with them, and you play a bit of origami or get a patch or something like that, and it's what we do. We've made many new friends, and over the course of time, having met a lot of people, it sort of served as proof that people like the events and they want to help us make them happen. This is a patchworking event where we were sort of offering people patches and baubles, which they seem to like. We have all sorts of activities to entertain them. Blind Mate, another one, where we sort of ask strangers if they'd like to be blindfolded and speak with people that they'd never met before, reducing inhibition and generally being quite hilarious and fun. There's all sorts, and there will be all sorts more. It's also a kind of a new cultural form of sorts, because it's about a novel street social interaction. But having done it for a while and having realised it was quite kind of sporadic, and when we did it, it worked, but when we didn't, it didn't happen, we decided it would be cool to kind of make a network of people who had shown interest, wanted to sign up with us and put on events with other people, whether they knew them or not. We needed a kind of, perhaps something like meetup.com, but specific to what we're doing and bespoke in various ways that is not allowed, as far as I know, by any other platform. So I'm a fairly long-standing Meteor user, and I decided to whip up an app in Meteor. Now, I should say at this point, it's nowhere near as complex or exciting as something like a Jimmy's app or most of the reactive, powerful Meteor apps. I did it because Meteor's what I use. It was quick to build, and I actually have to do this in my spare time. I'm not a daytime programmer. I like Meteor, so I did it in Meteor. But at the time being, it's a very simple, make an event. The network hears about it, can choose to sign up when the email user proposes the event, emails are sent to the network. People who receive those emails sign up to a given event if they're free on that time or day, like the activity, etc. If a critical mass are able to help, then and we can sort of count on those people being there to help the host who's proposed the event, then that event is published at our Facebook page and elsewhere. It's a fairly simple system. It involves a network of trust, and that's where things might become a little more interesting along the way. But right now, it's exceedingly simple. The minimal viable product is in beta, it's live, and it's being used by a bunch of our friends and people we know. But hopefully, if we're able to make it into something, we'll roll it out and create a network that enables public space to be something quite different, which I'm excited about, and it's, having done a lot of these events in the past, it's a lot of fun, and I think the streets would benefit from it strongly. So that's why I do it, and this is what we're doing. There's an unconfirmed event if you're interested in origami. It's a community project, and it needs contributors. I developed the app alongside other needs of the project, which are quite complex, involves publicising it and gathering the network and running the events and community organising, alongside my day job, which is something entirely different. So there's not a lot of time for it, but it's, even simple contributions would really push it along, and there's scope for everything from small commits around the UX to module building of things that don't exist yet, like a reputation system. We'll talk about that a tiny bit more in a second. I couldn't find anything that exists out there, so there's an opportunity for people who are happy to work at different levels and with different amount of spare time. But the features needed are event organizer basics and a whole lot more. Geolocation for relevant event notifications. So where is this event? Where do you want notifications? Which area do you live in and where do you want to hear about events coming? A reputation system so that people can trust others in network. So if you receive an email from someone who's proposed an event, are they trusted to actually be there and to make it a sort of a communal and a social and respectful event, which could be a very intriguing a feature set. I did actually look around for something that existed like this in the NPM or JS ecosystem. Nothing jumped out, and if you do have any ideas about that, I'd love to hear about them. But it's a fairly intriguing part of what could come to be the app at a later stage. And then a whole bunch of general UX improvements, testing, security, etc. Again, I'm sort of cobbling this together, but I hopefully won't have to forever. There's a guy having fun with origami on the streets. We'll be happy to meet you at some stage. And that sort of sums it up. It's short and sweet. That's what we're doing. That's what we're looking for. We meet all sorts. Hopefully we'll get to meet you at some stage in future. I welcome your questions, and I invite you to join us to help with the app and to join us on the streets of London.